Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How are y'all all doing today? I hope you are having an amazing day. Me, not so much. I kind of feel like shit, but it's all right because I'm still here. Before we begin, please don't forget to like this video. Like it now because you already know you're going to forget to like it later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow, please subscribe. Go ahead and go follow me on my Blue Sky account. All right. Go over to IG where I post the pretty pictures. I did that already. Go over to TikTok. Okay. Y'all know y'all can go to my website, jovibeauty.com. I had a situation with the website, but I just realized it and fixed it yesterday. Okay, so everything is good and we are back up or whatever. So go to the website and support the channel today. Last but not least, don't forget you can always do what? Donate to the channel. The information is going down below. Okay, so like I said, I am not feeling great. Okay, I didn't even do my hair. That's why we got the hat. Normally when we have the hat on, my hair's still done. It's a hat look, but I don't feel well. Okay, so I'm trying to settle my stomach with this carbonation, and I want to go a little bit into what's occurring. I was on social media being nosy. Okay, I was being nosy this time, and I found somebody who was giving a step-by-step breakdown on what's happening in the trial. If you do not know, the defense attorneys, the attorneys for Diddy are prosecuting questioning Cassie right now. I believe they're on lunch break. So hopefully by the end of this video, we'll be able to catch up on this morning. I heard it was kind of crazy in the courthouse. Okay. Also, what the hell is this? Also, there was another. Okay. Also, there was another case pending. Another one. Okay, for Sean Diddy Combs. All right, it came out this morning. It says he faces a new SA lawsuit, and the accuser compared his penis to a Tootsie Roll. A Tootsie Roll, not even a Tootsie Pop, bitch. They said a Tootsie freaking Roll. And you know what? I ain't surprised. Anyway, I was going to come up and not come on camera because I really didn't even feel like putting my contacts in. But I was like, I'm struggling through it, y'all. Plus, I got to go do laundry and stuff. Plus, side note, I'm not going to be here tomorrow at our allotted time. I have a training. I forgot. I have my election training tomorrow. I gotta go do the yearly re-up. Okay, so I won't, and that's at 10. So I won't be here by noon. Okay, I will be in the afternoon. But yeah, FYI, I will not be here noon. I will be somewhere on the other side of the city taking an election test. Okay, all right. Now, hello, everybody. Hi, Mahogany. How are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, Michelle. All right, Michelle, you gotta be put in time out because this is the beauty school, and we don't do that. Okay, sorry, not sorry. Okay, you're in timeout. I don't know how long I put it for. I just clicked it. Don't like it. It's okay. All right. So listen, let me show y'all what I am about to read from. I am not going to leave it up because it's so much. Okay. But it's this Twitter page called Inner City. What is that? Inner City Press. Okay. So he's in the courtroom. I told you I was going to try to get a thing for the courtroom, but like, they got too much people down there. Y'all see all the people down at the courthouse? Lord, they taking videos of it. Anyway, shout out to Tisa Tells. Can I say that? Her ass is up in there and she is giving a breakdown. She coming out during lunch and everything. And I like Tisa and I be watching her show. and she is putting in that work. So shout out to Tisa. But we're going to do a recap or a breakdown on what's been happening in the trial. Okay, let me refresh this page so I can get the. It's going to be a lot of reading, y'all, so just bear with me. Okay, so it said, is this today? Okay, what's today's date? 15th. Okay, so I guess he starts out each day with a post and then adds to the thread. Okay, so it should be easy to keep in order. All right, it says, okay, U.S. versus Sean Combs, May 15, Cassie Ventura, cross-examination begins. Okay, boom. Then he goes, okay, so I'm just going to read, okay? And y'all know when I'm talking to y'all. Before the cross-examination, Ventura's lawyer said, I have a right to be part of the meet and confer about which evidence she can be questioned about. She is the only victim witness that has standings under Rule 412. The judge said we have to move forward. So from what I gathered from watching other people and watching Tisa, reading some articles, looking at some other people, from what I gather, Diddy's attorneys are trying to slut shame Cassie. Okay, let's just say it. Okay, y'all gonna have to donate because I'm gonna get demonetized because I'm not editing anything today. Okay, I don't feel well. I ain't got the mental capacity to change my words. Okay, shit just gonna come out. So they wanted to try to slut shame Cassie, right? Cassie already sued Diddy. She got $20 million. So there's certain things that because of their agreement, you know, that Diddy can't do, or Diddy's lawyers can't fucking do, or try to say whatever. Then I heard last night, again, they're trying to not show whatever questions they're going to ask Cassie. From what I heard, they gave the prosecutors like a 400-page document yesterday to review on the things that they might or might not ask Cassie today, which they were supposed to do this months ago. Okay, Diddy's lawyers are fucking around, and I think they're gonna find out. Okay, I'm interested in seeing how this shit is gonna play out. But let's go, let's watch. Okay, so again, the judge, other issues, Miss Slavic. Also Slavic, I think that's Diddy's lawyers. As we noted in our emails in the court earlier this morning, note the judgmental documents are not being put in the public docket. Judge, we might get a sign from Miss Estevada who will cross Cassie. That is not an issue. Okay, so I find what? Okay, Slavic, FYI, is the prosecutor. Okay, from what she's on the prosecution side. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay, Miss Akava, apparently she's on Diddy's side, and of course they're gonna have a woman question, because you was gonna say, who's gonna question Cassie? The big black man he got there defending him, or the old white man he got there defending him, you know, talking about all this weird shit is gonna be them? I don't think so. So they got a girl. So this is where she says, Slavic says, the defense last night dumped 400 exhibits on us. This can't continue throughout the course of the trial. The judge looking at her like, bitch, what? And Combs' lawyers, what's her name? Estova, okay? Estova and Slavic. The women are up, okay? We have been working tirelessly into response to Miss Ventura's testimony. Then the judge says, Mr. Aglifo, I think he's the head defense lawyer for Diddy. I thought you were going to take him off my plate. Combs, what? Take him off my plate, Combs. Agafolia, I will keep trying. This is the main witness. She stands by herself. That said, we have been doing this all night until 3 in the morning. We flag exhibits for them. Okay. All right. So this is all the shit that's happening before they get to Cassie. Okay. There's 24 exhibits that the government has objections to. They're listed in the charge. The judge said just the ones in the charge. They were like, again, Basically, they didn't have time to go through all 400 pieces of evidence, all right? Then the judge bring in the jury. Then Diddy's lawyer approached. She asked him, "You love Mr. Combs, correct?" She said, "I did." She said, "For 11 years, you took care of him." She said, "In some ways." The lawyer said, "You called him larger than life." "I did." Others called him Diddy or Puff Daddy, but you called him Sean, right? "Yes." "You knew a version of him the rest of the world couldn't see, right?" Objection coming from the prosecution. Judge overruled. Ventura, in a way. Well, shit. Yeah, because she's seen him beat the shit. Anyway. You kept coming back to him for 11 years. Cassie said, "I wouldn't say coming back. You believed he loved you too?" "I did believe he loved me too." So when he cheated on you, it hurt?" "No, not every time." She said, what she said? Bringing up the exhibits. She said, "Objection. It is going ham." Already we in objection mode. So they like objection, not in evidence. Because now they trying to bring up some shit they done sent to them yesterday that they didn't have a chance to go through. The judge said, "That's true. This is not evidence." So then the lawyer said, "Miss Ventura, read it just to yourself. Why did you send this message?" "To let him know I was going to dinner." That's what she said. To let him know I was going to dinner. What was going on when these messages were sent? "I'm not sure." What was going on in your relationship then? "It was early. We were loving. I offer it." Objection. Being offered for the truth overruled. I don't know what "I offered it" mean, but okay. Please read. She said, "I love you, smiley face. I'll fly anywhere for you. I love you, Cass." This is a 2009 email. Objection, hearsay. Judge, lawyer, ask more questions. From BlackBerry, what is BG? Baby girl. That's what Cassie said, baby girl. What did you write? "You hungry, Pop Pop?" And Mr. Combs wrote to you, "You are so in love. We don't do anything else." How long had you been seeing each other? Like 2.5 years. Please read this. 1964. I guess that's the evidence. 1364, not 19. I haven't talked to you at all. You don't even try. You rush me off the phone. I'm really hurt. I don't need your money. I need your attention. You wanted your special time with Mr. Combs? Yes. You testify that you told him, "I love you so much. I love you so much. You make me a better woman." I definitely wrote those messages. You wrote, "You can't wait until we have a baby of our own." You knew that he had 6 kids at the time? Yes. I don't get where this is going, but okay. The lawyer says, so now she's trying to show like what? Like she cared? Yeah. She was in a domestic abusive relationship. Duh. So now these messages about freak offs. When you say, it doesn't matter to me, you mean weekend or weekday, either is fine. That's what it says. Mr. Combs says, maybe we can call Jews. Can you do it? Yes. This was an explicit message from you about anticipated upcoming freak offs. Then objection. The judge, we will take a recess, blah, 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 blah. Then they go back. They're back at 10:40. This shit was fast, okay? The judge, Diddy lawyer, you may proceed. So then the Diddy lawyer goes, Cassie, this is from Mr. Combs to you. Your response was an extremely explicit message, right? She said, yes. This is 2 days after the planned freak off, right? She said, yes. He said, I want to see, how did you, he said, I want to see, how did you reply? I can't wait either. She said, you wrote, I feel like you want to F, right? That's what it says. She said, Mr. Combs says, I'm so horny, I can't concentrate. What do you say? She said that I'll go to the Dwayne Reed for candles and then set up the room. He said, did you understand that he was going to take another video of you? Objection, speculation. Then the judge said you can move on. She said, you asked any pills on you? Yes. What? Let me check. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me get out of this. Okay. I'm just making sure. Okay. Okay. All right. I see y'all comment. All right. All right. I'm going to continue. All right. Let me get something. This ain't proving anything to anybody. Well, I don't know. To me, it doesn't really prove nothing because when you in an abusive relationship, none of that shit makes sense. Yeah, you agree. Yeah, you say okay. Because she just told us because he was gonna fuck her ass up and he didn't broke her. Like, yeah. Anything to make him calm the fuck down. Anyway, let's continue. She said, what pills were you talking about? She said, opioids. You deleted videos on his devices, right? She said, yes. What did you write? Excuse me. Whew. That I need to feel this. This is my husband. The only one who will see this side of me. Then she asked her, were you afraid that Mr. Combs was only seeing you for sex in this way? That was a concern. You still were not public in your relationship with him? She said, correct. She said, were freak offs important? She said, integral to us. Who was at your 21st birthday in Las Vegas? She said, Britney Spears, Dallas, Austin. How did you get them there? They came for Sean. You're very beautiful and charming. She said, thank you. She said, it's true. Who is Tommy Mottola? Whatever. A well-known producer. Oh, Tommy Mottola. That's Mariah Carey's first husband, Tommy Mottola. And apparently he was extremely abusive to Mariah Carey. I remember that. Okay, let's continue. Who's Tommy Mottola? She said, a well-known producer. You an up-and-coming star. I guess you could say that after you signed with Bad Boys. Things were still a little platonic. She said, yes. You had rough performances. 106 in Park. It did not go well for me. How did he help you after that? We did a YouTube video. He said, everybody makes mistakes. Then she said, what was wrong? She said, I couldn't hear myself. I guess whatever. You were dating Mr. Lewis. How much older than you was he? She said 10 years. Then you traveled to Miami with Mr. Combs. The flyer of the event was just a cover to spend time with Mr. Combs, right? She said that's true. You had a tattoo of Mr. Leslie initials on your body, right? Yes. How many tattoos do you have then? Objection, relevance, overruled. But let's keep it moving. Cassie, 3. The one on your arm, no regrets. Mr. Combs taught you how to do oral sex. He did. Look at this. Tell me when you're reading. Can you read this? Then Cassie says, you can read it. It makes me laugh. It's from 2007. You wrote, I feel protected. You were sweet. That's what the lawyer wrote, what she wrote. The lawyer said, you wrote, I see that Carrie is better fitting for you. I'm hurt that you think I'm malicious. You're very important to me. X, Cassie. X, like I guess XOXO. This was 2007. So she laughs. He said, what were you trying to convey? It's like a journey and it's like a journal entry. You discussed Carrie Morgan. Did you think Mr. Combs was attracted to her? There was a point in the very beginning. Did that complication carry on into your relationship? She said, not really. Carrie was just always with us. Oh shit, it's more. Hold on. Okay, let's continue. All right. I like to start asking about freak offs. Something you wore a wig and sometimes you wore a wig and a mask. She said yes. The general public did not know. Objection. Rephrase. No one knew until November 2023 in the public. Yes. Fair to say his career was ruined after your lawsuit. I could understand that. She said, I can understand that. She said, let's read these messages. Mr. Combs wrote, when are you on your period? No way. She said, no. She said, no, now. What were you thinking about when you're, she said, what you be thinking about when you horny? Then what? What you be thinking about when you horny? Okay. Then she wrote, if you don't want to read the answers, I can read it. She said, thank you. Cause Cassie, like, I don't want to read this shit. She said the O has lots of O's after them, right? Yes. After a freak off, you make love with Mr. Combs. She said, yes. She said, your period, Mr. Combs is asking you when you're on it, right? Yep. He's asking him to, in the context of when to meet up and have sex. She said, looks like it. Sometimes you watch him with a female. She said 2 or 3 times. She said, did you talk with Mr. Combs about the swingers lifestyle? That she said that no one talks about it. She said that no one talks about it. Were you keeping freak off secrets from your friends? She said, yes. His associates helped him with everything. You would remember if an assistant came in during one of the sessions with an escort. She said, not necessarily. I was high. Good girl. Okay. Answer the question and move it up real quick. 2, 3 words, real quick. Answer it. Don't give nothing else. Nothing. Okay. She said, not necessarily. I was high. She said, so you don't remember much. I had my privacy invaded a lot during that relationship. Ooh, that's what she said. Then the lawyer said, this is from July 2012. You say to Mr. Combs, I'm horny and bored. This was after freak off, right? There are a lot of texts, text here. She said, to be on page 25, when will defense exhibit enter into evidence? When would a defense exhibit entered into evidence be available? Again, the things that they're asking her, they were supposed to know that she was going to be asked these questions, especially the majority of them a while ago. Okay, give me a second. Oh my God. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm not going to stop, but I'm shutting the camera down for a second. Hold on. Move this. Okay, but I'm going to continue reading though. So this shit is, oh, okay. All right. She said, so then, the prosecutor's like, I would ask what? Johnson. Okay. I would ask that the witness be allowed to read the entire document. Okay, no. Johnson, I believe, American attorney. Oh, no. Johnson is the attorney general for the USA, I guess. Okay. The attorney there. He said, I would ask that the witness be allowed to read the entire document. Again, because if you're pointing out something that somebody sent in a text message fucking 10 years ago, baby, I don't know what I sent in a text message last week, let alone 10 years ago. So I need to know the context to be able to answer the question appropriately. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask me about one sentence and some shit I said 10 years ago and ask me what was I speaking about, because I don't fucking know. I hardly know what I was doing last week. All right. So they're saying, again, this is why they were supposed to turn these pages over months ago instead of last night. Okay. On day 3, before day, what is this? 3, 4 of the trial. I think this is day 4. Anyway. So then she said, I would ask that the witness be allowed to read the entire document. Judge says, how many pages? The lawyer says 8. So the district attorney says, we don't have a copy for the witness. Puffy lawyer said, we'll show it on screen, but not in the public gallery. Again, the witness should have been able to see this shit. All this shit, they playing. I won't hold it to him. He paying these niggas to damn near commit fraud. I guess Trump doing it, so why not? You know, that's where we at now. Okay. So Combs' lawyer said, you said Mr. Combs often put you down, but he also sent you encouragement and called you a queen, right? She said, yes. Then they did a sidebar. Then she came back. What would trigger Mr. Combs' incessant calls to you? She said, anger, doubt about where I was. She said, if he suspected you was cheating, he called you incessantly. She said that was one of the reasons. Then the lawyer said, because he thought, objection, that's the stained, that's the judge. Okay. Do you believe Mr. Combs has good taste? She said, I think he does. He's had an impact on fashion. People like his style. Sean John, did you consult with him on your look? Sometimes I got advice I didn't ask. She said, sometimes I got advice I didn't ask for. She said he still ran his company. Hold on, let me turn this camera back on. This shit is crazy. All right, hold on. All right, we back. I'm still reading, y'all. We are okay. We catching up. Oh, I don't know if we catching up. Okay. Oh yeah, we catching up. So cool. If he suspected blah blah blah, he consult him on fashion. And she said, he still ran his company even while having all these freak offs, right? She said he did. What was he addicted to? She said then Cassie laughed. Success, and then laughed. What substances? Opioids. Yes, he told me, and I saw it. Hold on. I'm refreshing because that was let's go down and see where 2 hours. This is 2 hours worth of shit I've been reading. Hold on. Okay, here we go, right here. Okay, 40 minutes. Yes, he does. He had an appointment in fashion. Okay. He told what? So Ventura said, yes, he told me and I saw it. So then the lawyer said, did Mr. Combs' mood depend on whether or not he was withdrawing from opiates? He was more irritable, I would say. What other drugs was Mr. Combs addicted to? Objection, no foundation. Judge, I'll ask if I want the grounds. Okay, that's it. That's 4 minutes ago. That's what we have so far. So they're trying, I don't know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it, but Cassie is just answering the questions like, hey, yeah, this is what happened. Yeah, I thought I was in love. She answered all of this stuff for the last 2 days. People were saying the first day of trial that, it was boring and shit. And, you really didn't get no points across, but I kind of think they did. I kind of think they just was setting it up to say, okay, all of these things happened. She thought she was in love. And if you have any sort of knowledge of how abuse victims think or how their mind works, the questions that his lawyer asking doesn't make any sense, okay? But I'm going to move on for right now, and we're going to come back to it. I'm going to leave it for a little while and then refresh it, okay? But while we're going to do an update, okay, on one of the stories we were speaking about yesterday. HALLE and this motherfucker DDG, okay? People are mad. The men's are mad, okay? The men's are rather upset. Everybody is rather upset, and that is their personal business. Shout out to one of y'all subscribers. I should have screenshotted her name, but I forgot. Y'all told me, because yesterday we were speaking about DDG, right? We were speaking about how outside of his behavior, just in his family, we've seen, because he is a streamer and he streams all his family, and we have watched literally video of, I think it was Christmas or Thanksgiving, where the sister's boyfriend was cussing her out, disrespecting her, running up on her like he was gonna whoop her ass, all of this with the whole family around, and none of them did shit. Okay, so to me, I was saying yesterday, that tells me that this is normal behavior for y'all. So of course you don't think nothing wrong with your brother behaving like a fucking savage. If your man is behaving like a savage and everybody around you, even down to your mama, act like this shit is okay and it makes sense. One of y'all hit me in the messages in the comments, not in the messages, in the comments, and was like, DDG mom's boyfriend lives off of her, aka DDG. So she has a nigga who lives off of her. So that ain't necessarily for me a great example of how you raising your children and what you think is tolerable from this boy or this man. Because he ain't no boy. He's a man. He's doing this stupid shit. He a man. Anywho, then we get into, so like, again, you got a whole bunch of people coming out talking shit, right? Whatever, cool. And again, I told y'all this morning, Diddy is being sued again. Let me pull this shit up. Again. I love, stop screen. Okay. I love that they are, okay, never mind. All right. Again, of SA, and the girl said he had a Tootsie Roll penis. So she felt, well, at least he's not going to damage me during this, So that happened. That happened. Chris Brown got arrested, okay, for acting a fool. HALLE was also granted temporary sole custody of their son HALLE after accusing DDG of abuse. She said, I was afraid violence would reoccur. And I read somewhere where she said she told his family about it. She told them about it. And you know what? These people always love making excuses for their boys, child. She told them about it. And I believe 100% she did tell them about it, okay? HALLE says DDG abused her before birth of their child, claims he threatened to take HALE and pay zero support. He will not commit to any regular visits, demand HALE when it is convenient. That is exactly what it is. He don't want to, oh, let's read this. It says, Haley Bailey declares, I am the petitioner in this case. I have personal knowledge of the facts I state below. And if I were to be called as a witness, I could I could testify to what I have written in the declaration. Exhibits referring below are the true and correct copies of the incident of the identifying documents and the corporation for reference in the place indicated, blah, 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 blah. 1, I submit this declaration to support of my request for DV restraining order. 3, excuse me, Daryl Dwayne, I don't know who that is, and I were involved. Ooh, DDG. Why the fuck it didn't occur to me? Daryl Dwayne, any nigga named Dwayne is garbage. Daryl Dwayne as a nigga name? No way. Daryl Dwayne and I were involved in a romantic relationship for about 2 years, beginning in 2022, and ended in 2024. Our son HALE was born December 23. Throughout our relationship and continuing to date, Daryl has been and continues to be physically, verbally, emotionally, and financially abusive towards me. I'm seeking orders to protect myself and our son from his ongoing abuse. Daryl is a professional YouTuber and Twitch blogger and rapper. Whenever he wishes to cause upset, he starts bad-mouthing me to his several millions of fans. He claims I am withholding our son and that I'm with other men. As a result, I have received That's the problem. I need to open that shit up. As a result, I have received threats and hate on social media. He seems to try to set up drama for his fans. He goes live ranting about me and alleges that I am keeping Halo from him. This is false. I have requested a set schedule, which he refuses. See, I knew, listen, we all knew that motherfucker was a lie. She said, "You what days do you want him? I got to manage this schedule. You can't just pop up on a random Wednesday when I had plans for the random fucking Wednesday. If you'd have told me, I'd have knew." Anyway, let's continue. I have requested a set schedule, which he refuses. I am also a public figure, and I'm subject to public scrutiny and hate. As recently as this morning, 2 days ago, Daryl was given an interview in Miami on TikTok talking about our son, flipping the script, claiming he was getting hated on by his fans. To be clear, I do not go on social media discussing our relationship or any other issues related to our son. Only he does that. He is the one who creates this frenzy with his and my fan base. And he is now going online to continue talking about it, furthering the frenzy. This is not child-centered. I have asked him to stop this behavior. He continues. He get paid for hits, and this creates hits for him. Our relationship ended in 2024 because of Daryl's temper and lack of respect towards me. There have been numerous incidents of physical abuse even before Halo was born. So he was putting his hands on her while she was pregnant and all that. Okay. He often calls me profanity, including the B word. He often calls me evil. I swear, whenever a man says that bitch is evil, that to me, that's a red. Oops. To me, that's a red flag. Oh, she be evil. Why is she evil? Okay, since we broke up, unless she tried to like get you murdered and you got like you done press charges because she's in jail because she hired a hitman or some shit like that. Why is she evil? Why is she evil? Okay. Since we broke up, we had an ongoing issue related to Daryl last minute demands to see Halo without any schedule. I'm just reading today, y'all. I guess let's do it. But you know what? I'm going to make it. Y'all don't need to read that. I'll read it for you. Fuck it. It's on what? The Shade Room? It's on it's on site. Okay. All right. She said, since we broke up, we had an ongoing issue related to Daryl's last minute demands to see Halo without any schedule. He will not commit to any regular visits or schedule for visits. He demands Halo when it is convenient for Daryl only. I never know when I will get Halo back or where he will be. Based on my discussions with him and his mother, I am aware that Daryl leaves Halo with his mother most of the visit, and his mother cares for Halo. I want Daryl's family to be close with Halo, but I believe Daryl should be present instead of simply leaving Halo with his family for days. On January 18th, Daryl called of this year. Daryl called and said he was coming over to get Halo, who was just 13 months at the time. I let him into the house and asked him politely when he would bring Halo back. I have reportedly asked Daryl to please set a schedule. He did not want to talk and refused to tell me when he would bring Halo back. The discussion so how's she supposed to know when to be home to get the baby? Where is the sense? Is she okay? So does he think she just supposed to be waiting home for him? Does he think if he don't tell her, then she will be forced not to go anywhere? That's how these niggas think. Right? So then he could just say, oh, well, I came. You should have been there. No, you were supposed to tell me. Does he think that he gonna have the baby and not tell her? So he, in an attempt to try to force her to not go out? I think that's what that is. See, these niggas ain't that bright. Tell him when he would bring her back. The discussion continued as I walked with him outside to assist to put Halo in the car seat. I was buckling the baby inside the car and physically got into the back seat to adjust the car seat. I had left my front door open and was not even fully dressed, as I was not even wearing shoes. Daryl kept repeating, "Get out my car, bitch." Halo was crying. I repeatedly pleaded with him to stop calling me a bitch. I felt very nervous that he was taking Halo with him and was very agitated. I did not feel safe leaving, because that's the kind of shit his sister boyfriend do to her at Thanksgiving in front of all of her fucking family. Not the boyfriend family. That's bad enough. Not her family. That's the kind of language we've watched. He put it on screen. So that tells me he don't see anything wrong with it. That's how the sister boyfriend talks to her. That's how the mama boyfriend probably talks to her when he tell her, "Bitch, go call Daryl and go get me some money." That's how they talk to women in their home. I don't care what you say. Let's continue. Okay. Daryl. I'm gonna start calling a nigga Daryl. Where are we? She said, "Get out a bitch." I repeated asking him to stop calling me a B. I felt very nervous. He was taking Halo with him and was very agitated. I did not feel safe leaving a baby with him in his state. I also wanted to know when he would bring Halo back. He wouldn't tell me. This argument then escalated. The next thing I knew, things got physical between us. We fought each other, wrestling and tussling. At what point, Daryl was pulling my hair. He then slammed my face on the steering wheel, causing my tooth to be chipped. I then stopped fighting back as I was in a lot of pain. I wanted to get out of the car with Halo, but was now stuck. Daryl then said that since I would not leave the baby in the car, he would take me with them. He drove quickly towards his house. When we arrived at his house, I was crying and told his family what happened. I begged his family, who were there, to help me figure out a schedule with him. They said, "Just leave Halo and go." I left hysterically. I had bruises over my arms and a chipped tooth. True and correct copies of picture of the bruises and my tooth are attached. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. It's more. On March 3rd, 2025, Daryl had Halo in his car. I was to pick up Halo at 3 p.m. that day. Instead, at approximately 12, while I was away from my house, Daryl came to my house and entered my house without my permission or knowledge. He does not have a key to my house. I will bring a copy of the Ring camera footage from the day that shows Daryl entering my sliding door on the side of my house and going upstairs. After he entered my house, Daryl went to my bedroom and sent me pictures of my empty bed. He sent me a threatening text. "Now I know what you've been on." Why? What did I say? What did I say? Did I not say that he doesn't like to say when he's bringing a baby so he can try to keep track of where she's at? Now, he tells her he coming to bring the baby at 3 p.m. Shows up at her house at noon, coming through the sliding door. He thought he was going to catch her upstairs with a nigga. And if she was, so what? And if she was, so what? That's why you can't give these niggas no grace. That's why when they first show you they crazy, you got to go. That's why you can't. That's why you can't. Continue. After he entered my house, Daryl then went to my bedroom, sent me a picture of my empty bed. He sent me a threatening text. "Now I know what you've been on," which I understood to be accused me of having sex with other men. This left me feeling very unsafe and nervous that he would enter my house again when I wasn't there. On March the 7th, Halo and I both were sick from RSV. We remember this happened 2 months ago. We remember when this happened, and he went on a fucking tantrum, and because she didn't want to give him, because she and the baby was sick, and she's like, "Why would you be taking a sick baby out in the street?" Okay. Anyway, Daryl stopped by to see Halo. I had already warned about our sickness. I made it clear to him that I did not want Halo leaving my house because he was sick. When I told Daryl that, he became very angry with me. He raised his voice and became verbally abusive toward me, hurling bad names at me. This is what's wrong with these men. They think this shit is normal. It's not. It's not. It's not. I'm turning the camera off again. It's stressing me out. It's not normal. Okay, it's not. Oh my God. And she keep talking about she asked the family member for help. You can't ask them for help because they think this shit is normal. They are the reason he is like this. Anyway, he became very angry. He raised his voice and became verbally abusive towards me, hurling bad names at me. He then saw that the Ring camera was recording. He unplugged the Ring camera, opened the side door, and threw my camera out of my house. I went outside to retrieve the Ring camera. He then locked me out of my own house. What the fuck? This is what you got to, this is why you need to get away. Listen, when they don't know how to act, I don't care. Get them out your life. This is the torture they want a motherfucker to go through so he can see his baby. I gotta go through torture so I can make sure you can see your baby. No, baby, I'm not going through torture. That nigga gotta go. He don't need to see his baby because the only reason you want to come see your baby is so you could torture me. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so she went to get the Ring camera. He locked her out of the house. She said I went around to the back and came into the house through another entrance. I plugged the camera back in and called my family members for help. Thank God, don't call his. With her on the phone line, I repeatedly asked Daryl to please leave. She probably called Chloe. I told him that he was being very rude and I was too sick to deal with him. He would not leave. When he realized that my family member was on the phone line, he became enraged because they want to abuse you in private. That's why I always tell y'all, tell. I don't fuck. Cause they gonna get mad when you tell. They gonna get mad, but guess what? He'll try to fuck you up anyway. So fuck it. Get fucked up and tell. Even if you're not leaving. Tell. I know it's embarrassing, but you know what's more embarrassing? Dying and nobody knew what happened. Dying and nobody knowing what happened. And it's more embarrassing for him. Tell. Even if you're not leaving, even if I gotta stay. Tell. He enraged, right? Because again, they want to abuse you in private. Tell. Fuck that. I tell. My throat is sore and everything, yo. I feel like shit. When he realized my family member was on the phone, he got enraged. Around this same time, I noticed that he also saw the Ring camera was back on, so he smashed the camera. I have this recorded and will bring the recording to hearing. Daryl then grabbed my phone and hung up the call on my family member. At some point, while he was distracted, I was able to get Halo from him. Daryl then ran out of my house with my phone. I followed, begging him to give my phone back. He got in his car and closed the door on me while I was holding Halo. Daryl then drove off and threw my phone out the window and yelled, "Go get it, bitch." As a result of the incident, I filed a police report. Jesus Christ. And remember that night he got up on stream talking about how he missed his child? That's why I don't believe these niggas. I don't believe them. I don't believe none of these men. I believe half of what they say. And not even that. Wait, okay. She attached the police report. Okay, all right. A true copy of the police. So he knew she already had got a police report on him from before. He knew. And he don't stop. Okay. She said, true copy of the police report, incident report, case number, blah, blah, blah. I will obtain a copy of the police report for the hearing. The lack of schedule and Daryl's random demands caused me great distress. I'm a singer and actress. I'm often on set or having to arrange my schedule ahead of time. I must be able to work. People begin threatening me, and this creates fear for me. Okay, I have attempted to work with Daryl to set up a schedule for Halo, but he refuses to talk to me and just goes live to blast me to his fans. I also continue to try to work with his mother to try to arrange time for Daryl to be with Halo. I was filming in New Jersey last month and arranged for his mother to come and take Halo to visit with his father and coordinating the trip. I learned that Daryl had purchased a one-way ticket for his mom to come to New Jersey and take Halo to him. I demanded to pay. He demanded I pay the cost of the return ticket and would not book it. I had a lawyer get involved in order to protect my son and draft an agreement to ensure that our son will be returned to him. A fucking 5-year-old. This nigga. Exhibit 4. I am glad that I could facilitate. She said, I am glad that I could facilitate the visit, but it created tremendous stress for me and distracted my work while I was dealing with Daryl's threats. The court should also be aware that Daryl's mother and I discussed further visits after the visit last month, but Daryl chose not to see our son. This is not unusual. Daryl often goes weeks without context and demand Halo that very day. Daryl's mother and I also discussed that I could be back in LA with Halo returning on May the 11th. Our communication evidence, these discussions are exhibit 5. So she texting the moms. Then on May 5th, the night of the Met Gala, Daryl started up again online. Why? Because she was at the Met Gala. Started up again online. He went live on his Twitch channel, voicing that he was unable to see his son, implying I was keeping Halo from him. Then he created a firestorm of media around free Halo from me. She says, see various social media messages directed at me. Exhibit 6. His fans then began accusing me of refusing to share Halo and being out partying with other men. Given the fact that Daryl's mother and I text about my whereabouts a week prior, and Daryl did not wish to say Halo after his last visit, the timing of his Twitch post was intended to ruin my night, which it did. I could not concentrate or be present at the Met Gala. I was worried about the situation again. Yeah, that's all he want to do. Ruin your life, ruin your time. When we tell y'all this shit, please listen. Because we said this shit 2 years ago. When we tell y'all this shit, please listen. Because the baby was just so he could try to ruin your fucking life. And when you don't allow them to ruin your fucking life, they will only be happy if they leave you. You don't ever get over them leaving you and putting your life on hold for them, even though they don't want you. You try to move on in any way or try to just have your own life or then just fall apart forever and a day. It's a problem. That's why I say, if you want a baby so damn bad, there's a sperm bank in every fucking city. Okay. She said, every time this happened, I feel scared, anxious, and worry about Halo's safety, as well as my own. I have noticed a pattern of Daryl doing this when I have events related to my career. We've been noticed this, baby. Although I am trying to work hard to provide for our son. Likewise, the weekend of Mother's Day, just this past weekend, I left New Jersey with Halo and went on a short vacation with my sister. Daryl accused me of being with another man and posted about my relationship with other men. Exhibit 7. A true and correct copy of social media post that Daryl began texting me. As always, it's caused me great distress. I even texted him hoping he would stop. It says, Daryl, are you tired of harassing me? You make up a new lie on me every day. I'm in St. Lucia having fun with Sharmaya and Chloe, not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. I've told your mom I was going to be with my sister last week. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you are okay and feel better soon. Fuck him. Fuck him. Daryl. More recently, this has become extremely upsetting to me because Daryl refuses to work with my attorney to set up a set schedule. Instead, he is threatening that he will take our child 50% of the time and pay me zero support. It should be noted that he has never paid me child support. Shit. He's screaming about he wanting to pick up his child every random fourth Thursday. And he don't pay no child support. Jesus Christ, these niggas are diabolical. Diabolical. She said it should be noted that he's never paid me child support, and I've never sought child support from him. I've asked him, however, to contribute to Halo expensive. Only on one occasion has he done so. So he has only contributed to the baby once. Once. This is how you get full custody. Shout out to that. Shout out to Chloe. I mean, shout out to Holly and Chloe, because you know they done been pulling this shit together. Like, fuck Daryl. About to get Daryl ass up out of here. Okay. So only one occasion. He loved his son so much, but he's okay. I am contractually committed to be filming a movie out of the country in Italy on June 7th for approximately 8 weeks. I have been and remained the only caretaker of Halo throughout his entire life. I do believe it's in Halo's best interest. I do not believe it is in Halo's best interest to be left with Daryl, or more likely his mother, because Daryl leaves town on a weekly basis most weeks, especially for the entire 8 weeks. I'm seeking permission to take Halo with me to Italy so I can continue caring for him. I am contractually bound to be in Italy to film. I have family and a nanny who will be traveling with me to care for Halo while I'm working. I have done everything possible to avoid going to court. I have tried to placate Daryl by providing him access to Halo, even though he is not with Halo and often leaves Halo with his mother. I have facilitated his visits no matter where I am, and often last minute, and realized that, are we finished? Hold on. It's another page, but where the fuck is the other page? That's it? Well, it was running to an end anyway. So yeah, that happened. So she got temporary custody. She has permission to leave the country without him. She has proven that he doesn't take care of the child. He doesn't provide financially. He isn't consistent with his times to want to see the child. And when he does have the child, like we have seen on his own streams, he passed them on. These motherfuckers are their own downfall. Okay, he'll be running around talking about, the court don't like men, the court don't like black men, but like you don't like yourself because you put yourself in that position. Okay, listen. So that's what's happening with Chloe. I'll update the title when I'm off. I'll update the title. Where was I? Let's go back to the Diddy trial and see if there's any updates. So after I check if there's for any last minute updates, then we'll get into the comments or whatever. Okay, I gotta do laundry. So I don't know if y'all see it, but it's like I gotta do laundry. It's a lot of fucking laundry. I don't know how the hell it happened, but 3 bags, y'all. It's only 2 people live in this house. I really don't understand how this shit happens. It's just, it's just one, but I got a teenager and them, they just be stacking up their shit. And the next thing you know, you just get a pile of shit and you don't know where it came from. That's what happened. But anyway, let's catch up. Okay. So we read everything that happened earlier at the first half of this video. Now we're going to finish that up and then we'll go into the comments. Okay. Drug of choice. They talk about drug of choices. Okay. Oh no, I think they went to break. Hold on. Anything came after that? 25, 23. We might not be able to finish tomorrow. Wait. Hold on, let me see. Mr. Combs moved depending on. Okay. What was his drug of choice? She said ecstasy or MDMA, or opioids daily. When he was doing them, you saw him withdraw. She said yes. The judge said we'll break. The jury leaves. Witnesses leave. The judge to Diddy's lawyer, where are we in your cross? Diddy's lawyer said, we have a lot of exhibits. Let me confer over lunch. The judge, non-responsive. Will you finish today or early tomorrow? She said, to the end of tomorrow. He said, we might not be able to finish tomorrow. This is the most important witness. From the judge said, for months, we said this witness had to be off the stand by the end of the week. Our direct was a day and a half. Limit them to that. So the judge saying, don't be wasting time with bullshit. The direct did a day and a half. You do a day and a half. Cassie is big and pregnant. She's done. So that's what happened. So the judge said, show Ms. Ventura the evidence in advance. Maybe just ask her questions rather than these exhibits. We have a timing concern. They called 2 witnesses to start. That wasn't our choice. It's a critical, important. The judge said, fuck that. Get it together. Okay, listen. So that's what's happening. They're on break. All right. Woo, that was a lot, y'all. My throat is already sore. I told you I don't feel well today. And that shit just wore me out. Okay, so let me stop sharing. All right, y'all. So I'm going to drop a video. Not a video. I'm going to drop a real quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to jump into the comments. And and anybody who clicks the link, I'm going to drop the link into the comments as well. Do not forget, you can always donate to the channel. We got our Cash App up here. We got all the information going down the screen below. Support the channel. Okay, so now we're gonna go to a commercial break. It's about a minute. It's a minute exactly, and we will be back on the other side with y'all comments. Hey guys, don't forget to go to my website, jovibeauty.com, where our items are not only sourced and procured with you in mind, but also with what's going to be dope this upcoming season. All right. So go to my website, jovibeauty.com, get you a new scarf, get you a new mug, get you something cute, and support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Hold on. Against. Okay. I'm updating the I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm updating the title. Just give me a second. Okay. All right, we back. All right. Okay, guys. All right, so let's jump into these comments. And she said, Tish is working, child. She is. I was like, okay, girl, she's out there in that rain. I told y'all this rain been nasty. Today is the clearest day. That's why I'm like, all right, let me go try to do this laundry. Because I don't need no problems. Mahogany says she need to catch up. A lot has been going on. I was like, what in the world? They are showing with I'll Fly Anywhere. Okay. Hey Sierra, how are you? Happy birthday. Yo, yeah, happy birthday. She was with the mix of it. She was groomed. Yeah. They to me, the defense attorney asking these questions to me just give, okay, you just proven how groomed she was. Even her medical record, he had control of everything, which is a HIPAA violation. by itself. So um, the real people that need to not have jobs are the ones that condone this BS, including the wholesale security and medical staff. Hmm. Uh, love bombed, and she said love bombed, and the value is a real thing. These lawyers are slow. They are, and most people know that. Like, come on now, but okay. Uh, she said, oh, birthday. Y'all talking about birthdays. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Uh, she said, this sounds like a manosphere problem. It does. They created this. They have destroyed an entire generation of men. They were bad already, but they have literally destroyed them. Okay, and they bold faced with it too. She said, I'm happy we all are like, get somebody else to do it because we ain't doing it. I don't want to. I don't even want to play them games. Leave me out of it. Don't claim me. Don't nothing. Get the fuck away from me. Yeah. Kids go by routine. She said, I'm not a mom, but I'm a big sis. Kids go by routine and schedule. You can't pop up when you feel like it. That's facts. Anybody who takes care of it, that's not how that works. They are on a routine. You can't just, you gotta prepare for daycare in advance, all of this. And you get like, what are you talking about? Just a random fucking Thursday because you feel like seeing them for 5 minutes to hand them over to your mama. What are we talking about? She said, my mom. Dwayne. She said, my mom and grandma said, never date a man with 3 first names. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was funny. If insecurities was in a manosphere form, I would not be shocked if one of my boys put that in his ear to catch her. Yeah, she may be with another man, being daddy to your son, etc., etc. No, the dude wasn't there. Nobody was there. He had the son. And from what I gather, he showed up at noon without the son. Probably in his mind from another nigga, you're right, who was like, you could catch her. Catch her doing what? Y'all are not together. Catch her doing what? Because again, and we spoke about this yesterday when we were talking about Cardi B or whatever, for whatever reason, y'all think that after you have sex or baby with somebody, we are not allowed to have sex or like anybody else. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. If she was in her house with her child over at his dad's house, effing and fucking his son, that's her damn bit. What the fuck was he gonna walk in there and say? With his crazy ass, he would have walked in there like a psychopath, looking insane, thinking he owns her. That's what it is. Because what are we talking about? Y'all ain't together? Catch her doing what? Not home waiting for you to bring her child back? Catch her doing what? Shut the fuck up. These niggas are pathetic. She says, Sierra said, I agree, it's a different breed now. My grandmother told me not to take on anyone's sins, listen to people's problem, it ages you. And I work hard and own my own things and not dependent on them. Facts. That's true. I've been there, done that. People dumping their fucking problems all over you, taking it out on you, all this bullshit. Go get a therapist or keep it to yourself. I don't care. Like I'm really, and I think I might be getting a little worse, but I don't care. Like I don't have the patience to even. I don't want to, and I'm not going to. I don't want to, and I'm not going to. Like, don't dump your fuck shit on me. You got all these issues. I got to deal with it. Nah. No. She said they barely attend parenting class in high school. What will they know about caring for real life babies? She said, Princess said, these dudes are too comfortable abusing women, but now there are consequences to this. Many of them will end up in jail or exiled. Love it for them. Yeah, we don't know. And I comprehend I 100% believe he grew up like this. He grew up with motherfuckers like now living off his mama, taking advantage, just whatever, and she just accepting it because I need a man, and I'm just gonna let this nigga abuse me or do whatever he wants to me, as long as he here. And you think that's appropriate? And okay, people did that a couple years ago, but the girls learned. Nah, most of them. Nah, we don't want to. Most of us. Some of us ain't learned that shit yet. It's gonna come though. And the men think that that's normal behavior, and it's not. And you confused now when women don't want to deal with your shit. Showing up at her house, and y'all ain't together, and you have the baby. Well, your mama have the baby. What are you showing up at her house for? You didn't even bring the baby. You sneaking through back doors and doing all for what? That's not your girlfriend. That's not your wife. You're not trying to catch your wife's cheating. If you wanted to be in a situation to have your son around but not be accountable for your son, you probably should have married a woman and turned her into a married single mother. But you didn't. So now she got to do what she got to do, and she got to make sure this schedule roll, and they ain't got time for you to just be like, see, shake it, shake it, shake her, and then pass them off to somebody else. Ain't nobody got time for that shit, bro. Let's continue. She says she raised that clown. Until they hit 15 and 16. I remember she says, Sarah, I remember something you said yesterday about Tori and the pile resulting in karma. I remember before then how the baby did the same and the boy, and look at his karma. Yeah, we spoke on the baby. Look at that. Look at God fucking around, and he found out. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. She said, yeah, you did, girl. You did. I tried to be on time today. I ain't know if I was. I don't feel well, but I'm here. I don't feel well, but I'm here. I'm trying today. Do this. I gotta go print some shit out for my child's trip. Visa requirements are ridiculous. Can I just say that? Okay. Trump has made things substantially way more harder, but whatever. And I got to go try to do these clothes because I think it's going to start raining again tomorrow, and I don't have the time. And ain't nobody likes to do laundry on the weekend. Plus my mom coming this weekend. Okay. So look out for this weekend. There will be pictures. Okay. We celebrating big old Panamanian style here in New York. All right. I'll post pictures on the place where I post pictures, the IG. Yeah. So I'm trying to get through that before my head really start beating and I can't do shit. Okay. So let's finish up these comments. She said, ladies, is to what she said is to divest, leave the toxic patterns and how we grew up, and even leave these toxic guys. Our husbands, boyfriends, and long-term relationships are in different places and cultures. Listen, I ain't against it. I'm about marrying whoever or being with whoever does you right, baby. Whoever does you right. Don't accept no bullshit from nobody. And I don't care if that bullshit coming from a white man. If you divesting, he got to go too, because you could still date the same man in a different race. Remember that. You could still date the same man in different races. Okay. Find you a good one. I don't give a fuck if you Asian. Okay. You know, them Chinese love black women. Okay. Go with it. Okay. They do. I ain't gonna hold you. They do. Find you whoever makes you happy and makes your life easier. If you don't make my life easier, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. If you don't make my, like, what am I doing here? What am I doing with you? I don't understand. Okay. And I say this as a big 44-year-old woman. I don't give a fuck how young you are. You might be 22, 32, and you think, oh, I need him. You do not. Trust me. Trust me, I'm the future you. You don't. It's really nice to be by myself. Hey, Dom, turn on your camera real quick so I can see who you are. Okay, you can turn it back off. Y'all know last time, when we didn't recognize somebody, they came up here and did some wild shit. So we just need to confirm. Hello, turn your mic on.
Hi, Jovi. I should say
Hi.
Auntie Jovi. You be giving us all the gems.
I try. What's going on? How
Thank
old are
you for
you?
letting me come. I am 27.
Okay. I remember that age.
Yes.
I wasn't a mother then. I remember it.
Girl, I'm not a mom, and I love it. I love it so much.
I love that for you. All right, girl. What's your what you wanted to come up and say?
I wanted to come up here and talk about the Cassie situation. Well, all of the topics you talked about today, but starting with the Cassie situation, what she been through, she's a warrior,
Yeah.
and for all the women that have gone through something similar, this is not the end. You could get through it. And I think she is a true testimony to that. So my whole thing is like, just keep going. Even if it may take like one day at a time, you could get there.
Yeah.
But you got to get help. You got to have a good circle, a good support system, and you'll get through it. The second one is the DDG situation. It is so unfortunate to see what happened to this beautiful princess, Disney princess that we had, to see the big controversy on having the first like black princess and as Ariel, and for then her to get pregnant, like he planned this. We already, you already touched this multiple times, but to know that she's been getting abused before she even had the baby probably, and then still kept it. I had something similar when I was in college and I played sports and I was just fooling around with the guy. I went to the chop shop so quick. Like, what? You're not about to ruin my life, because this is not something we sat and planned. And when I did it, he was like, yeah, I did it on purpose. So I'm like, are you serious? So to all the young women and women in general, like, they will trap you. You have to stay diligent on when you see that first red flag, go. You got to go. Because a man that truly cares about you is not going to put you in those situations. They want you to elevate. And right now, with what we have going on in our society, we are in a position that our ancestors did not get to experience. So we got to reach for the stars.
Mm-hmm.
We have unlimited opportunities. Use every resource possible. Get back into school. Get all the education. Travel the world. After that happened in college, I ended up transferring to another college because I knew he was just going to keep coming after me, and I would have broke. So I see where Cassie's coming from. Like, you keep going back. It's not easy.
It's not.
So I ended up moving to another state, try to get on the team. The coach didn't want me. That's okay. But I ended up getting a full ride to get my bachelor's. In that time, they paid for me to study abroad in Spain.
There you
Had
go.
the best summer of my life. After I graduated, got my degree, moved to China for 2.5 years. That changed my life. Ladies, live your life. If you've been through something like that, it's not the end of the world. A real man is still going to love you. The one that wants to throw, oh, you a hoe, you out here. I'm so happy for Cardi. Yes, even if she's not official with Stefan, who cares? She's having fun. She looks peaceful. She looked like she's just living her life. She never looked like that with Offset.
Never.
And I saw something on TikTok that was so funny. It was like, this is the real reason Offset mad. They were at a Knicks game, I believe, or maybe a Hawks game, which is
I think it was a Knicks game, and I think they were here. It was a Knicks
right,
game.
and it just said
The Knicks are kicking ass right now.
Right, go Knicks. So it just said Cardi B. It didn't say Cardi B and Offset, but when she was with Stefan, it said Stefan and Cardi B. This man is a bigger star than Offset. I know Offset crashing. He moving furniture. He probably putting his hands on the other woman he messing with because he's not good. A good man will put you in a position you just thriving in life.
Yeah.
Don't give up. And even if you got to be single, you got to know what you want. You got to love yourself. And that comes with spending time alone.
Yeah.
Now, that's all I got to say. Thank you, Auntie Jovi. I hope to come back up soon, but I appreciate you so much. You and Couture Bay, killing it.
I appreciate you for coming up and telling your story.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
That was beautiful, y'all. Like, can you imagine if she didn't move? She'd have been stuck. She wouldn't have been able to go to Italy because he wouldn't allow it. To Paris, she wouldn't have been able to go to China. He wouldn't allow it. She would have been in debt because, she lost. She got off the team, but she still got a full ride. These men will drag you to the pits of hell. And the minute that you release the trash, the universe just opens up so much fucking more for you. Like, real shit. So that's when I say, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm telling you, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm chilling. Leave me alone. I date who I want. I do what I want. No, I ain't your girlfriend. I ain't your nothing. Yes, you can take me out. Yes, we can go there. Yes. No, we can't. I don't care. Listen, and I'm telling you, it don't matter. Trust me. You gonna be mad at yourself for the time that you spent listening to this dumbass nigga, trying to be this dumbass nigga's therapist. He ain't never gonna take no fucking heed. He just wanna fucking run his damn mouth all fucking day. I thought we was the ones that talk too much. Tell you about how sad their lives and their childhood was. Tell you this and tell you that. But don't actually work through none of that shit. Just tell you and use it as an excuse for why they a rat bastard. I ain't got time for it. American woman. Hurt when he was about to get. She said it's ironic how he got hurt when he was about to get an appeal or something like that. He ain't getting no appeal. He did that shit on purpose. Maybe the stabs weren't real stabs, child. I don't know. All that shit is on purpose. I don't want to talk about Tory because he's a liar. You can't try some lemon water and some juice. Oh, she said try some lemon water and some juice. Okay, but yeah, I was gonna make some tea, but I was like, I ain't really feel like it. Like I said, I was up early, like bad. Like, I don't know. Okay. Listen to me. The more they pretend, the more annoying and irritating I get. Is it just me? I hear that Meghan Markle vibes. I mean, his friends probably putting the battery in his back to catch her cheating. She can't cheat if y'all not together. This nigga is ridiculous and stupid because these men because they, you know why? And you hear a lot of people saying shit like this, but it's true. Because they won't leave a relationship. They will hate your guts, bitch. But they won't leave until they have a replacement. So they can't understand that a woman wanting to, or anybody, not just a woman, anybody wanting to leave for their own peace and sanity. Because even if they going through shit or whatever the fuck it case is, or they hate you or don't like you or they still gonna stay and play the role for as good as they feel like playing. They still gonna stay and play the role until they have someone to fucking replace you. So they can't comprehend us saying no thanks. Us saying or saying you gonna die alone with cats. I'm gonna buy a cat, y'all. Y'all know this dog running around here, but I'm gonna buy a cat just to be fucking funny. You gonna die alone with cats is not a fucking threat. Like, well, I don't understand. Like, I'd rather die alone with cats than have to deal with your stupid ass talking all the goddamn time. She said, I hope she keeps her valuables and the destructibles in a safe. She needs to change the locks. Yeah, child, this motherfucker don't care. She said, this DDG reminds me of the Twitch guy who unalived his wife and her friend because he kept DVing her. The daughter, he put that listening device into the daughter's iPad. Yeah, these niggas is crazy. Like our caller said, I'm a stern believer in running. Y'all know me. When I had my situation and a motherfucker wouldn't stop, I left. That's how I ended up in Atlanta. And that motherfucker thought he was going to move down south too. I went back up to New York. I don't want to be around it. You know what I'm saying? Because when they too close, she's right. Nah, focus on something else. I'm in hands reach. No, thank you. I don't want to be. I'm good. Get away. If you can, get the fuck away. Don't feel bad. Don't feel nothing. Get the fuck away. Save yourself. Save yourself. Absolutely. Thank you. It says, they will add an extra to tell me. I was trying to get you pregnant so you would stay. Sir, are you okay? They are crazy. Yeah. And they don't even want to, they just want to have claws in you. That's it. Because they think we, like, once they have a baby with us, they get to take us and put us up on a shelf and it get dusty and some shit. The same energy of why everybody is always so damn mad at Sierra and Russell Wilson. Because like, why would you, we thought we soiled her. Why would you go after her? DDG think he soiled Halle Berry. He think he destroyed her life in Korea. That's the goal. That's been the goal. And it's fucking sad. It's sad. She says, thank you for all the other gems I didn't get. You even shared Be Careful. That's the one girl that will get a good university, and that guy will try to baby trap her. Oh, yeah, they always try to baby trap you, child. I agree. My biggest regret would have been thinking, damn, what all could have been if that didn't happen. Yeah, get rid of it. I'm telling you, fuck that, fuck him, fuck, oh, I can't put him out, where he gonna go? I know that feeling. Oh my God, get rid of them. Go, get rid of them. And if they crazy, if you can, get the fuck up out of there, move somewhere, transfer your job. I know it's a hassle, but your peace of mind, my peace, I don't let people fuck with my peace, you know. I don't let people fuck with my peace no more. I just had to tell my mama. My mama called me this morning, so I ain't gonna tell y'all what she was saying, but she was talking some shit. And I'm like, ma'am, I got to go. And then I called her back, like, you know, da-da-da. And then, you know, I like to let her explain, listen, this is what it is. My peace, you know. And then, you know, she started again. I said, you know, I love you, ma. Bye, ma. Bye. Love you, bye. She ain't messing with my peace, but something she wanted me to do might mess with my peace, and I wasn't doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm just no from everybody. Love you though, but no. She said, I have a cat and she's spoiled. Okay, I'm gonna get a cat. I tell you, when my daughter go to college, I'm gonna get a cat. I'm gonna get a cat. She said, try yogi tea. My mama sent me this amazing tea. It has turmeric and honey and all that stuff in it. I'm gonna drink that tea. I'm probably gonna drink some tea before I try to go to the laundry. I don't like washing in my building. I don't like it. Beyonce song replaceable to heart. But mad when we were pulling at them on them. She said they threatening us with a good time. Cats don't complain. Cats don't stress me out. Cats don't have a baby on me. You know, like, get the fuck out my face. This is crazy. And they don't get better when they get older. I don't know what the fuck. They desperate out here. The women ain't desperate out here. Wait. The niggas is desperate out here. Okay. They is trying to they trying to lock it down so bad. And you just like, no, thank you. They is out here desperate. No. Absolutely not. She said, when I was 29, I had my son. When I was 29, I had my daughter. Yes. It's weird that when I'm done to us, she said it's weird. That's when it's done to us, we're criticized, but it looked like a Kardashian. It's okay. Black China called it. Ooh, baby. Ain't when I tell you. I don't care. I'm one of them people. I be like, oh, I don't give a fuck if you took me. I don't care if you flew me out for the weekend. I don't care if you flew me out for the weekend and I just got back home. Okay? Don't call me wanting a phone bone. You know what you're going to get out of me? Then I just spent the whole weekend with you. I need to get off this call. I'm trying to woosah myself. Then I just spent a whole weekend. Why are you calling me trying to talk to me? I don't care. I don't care about nothing. I don't care about nothing but my peace. My peace of and my fucking. I don't care about it at all. She said men are going to get so depressed. They're going to start what? Men are going to get so depressed that they start doing right. Hopefully. Because I don't want your burdens. I don't care. I don't want to hear about this or that. I'ma judge you. I'm like that. I'll fuck around and be just like them. I'ma judge you. I ain't trying to help you. I ain't trying to make you figure you a grown ass man. Figure these things out. I'ma just be like, that's crazy. And I'm judging you. I'm judging you. Why are you so thirsty? I'm judging you. Remember? We always trying to wife. We desperate for a nigga. We desperate. Remember? What are you talking about? What? Girl, who? Girl, what? Me? Not I, says the Joe. Not I. After you flew me out, I don't care. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go drink this tea, do this laundry, and like I said, I'm gonna drink this tea, do some laundry. I won't see y'all. I have to go do my election. We gotta recertify every year. My election recertification is tomorrow. So I will be back tomorrow we'll do a night show because it's Friday anyway. We'll do a late night show. I'm home. I don't be home on Fridays that much. I'm home this Friday. My mama coming for the weekend, so I'm home. We will do a live tomorrow evening or night. Okay. I appreciate all of y'all. Love y'all. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden because there's no other way to live it.